Okay, hi everyone. So it looks a little bit different. I have some people who came in person, and then thank you for everyone who joined virtually as well. So welcome to our second general meeting of the school year, and we're gonna get started. Okay, so for today, we're gonna start with announcements, and then we have our guest speaker, Clatchit Nurse. I don't know if you know her on Instagram, but she'll be joining us later on, doing a quick Q&A. We're gonna end with a meeting photo, and then we're gonna do a closing and let you guys know tentative ideas for our next meeting date. Okay. So as a lot of you know, the purpose of NSA is to support, encourage, and empower not only nursing students of CSUF, but all any students from any major who is interested in becoming a nurse. So that's for those who are kind of new. And announcements. So our Cards for Kids event is next Monday. It's going to be in Gilman AB. I think it's one of the meeting rooms around here. We're going to be collaborating with Cards for Kids, and we're going to be making little supportive, positive, like affirmation cards for kids, and I believe even older adults throughout the country. And there's a little boba sticker because we are offering free share tea for the first 20 attendees. So as long as you stay the whole time, you get free boba.
All right. Hi everyone. I'm gonna face them. Hi everyone. My name is Vi. So I'm NSA's activities director. So, woo! Big announcement. We are having a Halloween picnic social on this Saturday, October 23rd, from 12 to 3 p.m. It is hosted at Hillcrest Park in downtown Fullerton. So if you have issues with transportation or anything, please let me know. I would try to figure things out for you. But yeah, we're offering free food and games, and it's Halloween. So you'll get 1 volunteer hour just for coming, but you could get an extra bonus hour if you come in Halloween costume or attire. So please, please come. Yes.
I have a question. What food will be served?
We are going to be giving canes. So yes, the food will be free. Food and drinks are free. And then since it's going to be on a park and we're advertising it as like a picnic, please feel free to bring a blanket or something so you can lay down on the grass and chill with us. Yeah, please come. We have an RSVP link on our Instagram in the link in the bio. So yeah, RSVP if you'd like, or please, so we can kind of get like a head count. If you don't want to, just let me know too that you're coming, so I'll like add you onto the list. But yeah, please RSVP.
Oh, we're also offering another service hour for the Cards for Kids event, just in case you guys needed hours.
Hello everyone. Okay, I'm Hannah. I'm your guys' membership director. So first, I'm just going to go over how to join NSA. You have 4 quick and easy steps right here. So pretty much you can find all of them on the NSA event page underneath like the how to join and become a member. I know like the links weren't updated before, but they should be updated now if you guys had any trouble paying for them. So pretty much first you have the NSA membership fee for a grand total of $40, but guess what? It lasts a lifetime. So that's pretty cool. Next you have NSA membership. So that's like the let me think, like the bigger higher up chapter that we're a part of, and it's $45 a year. But like a hack, if you guys aren't graduating, I'd recommend like holding off on paying for it until a little bit later, just because it will expire by the time you graduate. So say like you pay for it your first year, and then it's not going to be valid by the time you get to senior year. So save money. You guys can pay for it a little bit later. And next is the hours of participation, and it's 10 hours per year. So for example, for traditional BSN, we have a requirement of 30 hours that we have to get in order to qualify for the cords. So make sure to come out to those really cool volunteer events and all the really fun socials so you can get all of your hours. And yeah, members, and then just lastly, fill out the membership application. That can also be found on the website too. Next one, membership update. Wow, guys, we have 70 members. That's really cool. Current total member hours. I just updated this this morning, last night. So we're total hours for members is 438 hours, but the total number of club hours is 1,246.35 hours. Good stuff, guys. So, and then if you guys ever want to know how you're doing with hours, you can actually check out the list. There's also another link in the website that'll take you to our Excel spreadsheet. So just let me know if I'm like missing hours, if you guys need anything changed, etc. And then for all of you guys who haven't paid for membership yet, I would highly recommend it. You guys get to come to the meetings. You guys can also get really cool hours and get to meet everyone here. And then once you become a member, I can officially start tracking your hours, which would be really great too. And then, yeah, just another note for members who recently joined. I got a couple emails saying you couldn't find the right Eventbrite link, but yeah, that's all updated now. So just fill that all out. And then a reminder for all of you graduating seniors out there. So requirement is to be an active member of NSNA by December 6th, 2021. So make sure to have that paid. Make sure you have the NSA membership fee paid, the $40, and then just fulfill the hours of participation. And yeah, thank you guys.
Sorry, it's me again. All right, I hope you guys can hear me anyway. All right, so volunteer opportunities and other events. So like I talked about already, our Halloween social, which is this Saturday, please come. Also, we used to offer like hours for promoting our events on social media, but I think we'd like to continue that so that we can increase our publicity as well and get you some hours. So we're offering half an hour for each time, but there's a max of 4 times I can do it. Like always, all the kind of current events and volunteer opportunities are on the Google spreadsheet, which is also on like the link in our bio on Instagram and on our website. And there's also the QR code. You could scan that and also see it there as well. And it'll give you all the details. Like, like I'm talking about it now, but the best place to see all the details on each event is on the Google sheet. Okay. And then next month, ASI Community Engagement Commission are hosting a couple donation drives. More details about that later. But we're doing one for the Center for Healthy Neighborhoods as well as Pathways for Hope. So we're collecting like PPE, children's art supplies, children's books, as well as toys. So children's toys is for the holiday season. So like November, December, right? And then hours to be determined. And then I wanted to do kind of like an interest check. We'll talk more about it later. Is the Center for Healthy Neighborhoods wants to do kind of like a pen pal thing. So what the center does is they offer like services for like kind of underprivileged minority groups in the greater OC area, specifically like Fullerton area. And so this is just like a cute way to get connected with like a little kid or high school student or whatever in the area. And if you're like, already a university student, obviously you like encourage them to like pursue higher education. Yeah. And then I have one more announcement.
Never mind. How did I do? Sorry, guys.
Go to
Yeah, switch to shared content.
top left corner.
There you go.
Okay, yeah, and then I also have some ideas for things in the future for in November. So I want to do like a professional development workshop with nursing students and health related students so that you guys can kind of understand like how to use LinkedIn, how to beef up your resume and stuff like that. So that should be next month, hopefully. And then I'm hoping to also do possible collab events with other NSAs in the OC area. Hannah and I visited an NSA meeting at UCI and they were so up for doing something with our members. So I'd like to do that with other NSAs, not just UCI, but more details on that to come. All kind of future updates, please follow our social media or check out our website. You'll find all the details. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm your fundraising chair. My name is Gabriel. Just want to let you know we do have an upcoming Chipotle fundraiser, and the date is to be determined because our financial office is taking a while to get back to us. But I just got the number from the 7 Week fundraiser. We made $45. So considering that's 20%, that means about like 22 people came. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. All right. Then what's hope?
Yeah, so we have the NSA mid-year November, a mid-year conference that's from November 11th to November 12th. Unfortunately, our school is not reimbursing for travel right now, but you can get your registration paid for if you guys really want to go. It's going to be fun. Unfortunately, we've all missed the last conference, but if you guys are interested, make sure to email me and reach out. It's fun. You get to meet other nursing students and you get to interact with nurse leaders and stuff like that. So just let me know. Now that would be.
Okay, I'm also going to speak to you guys. Hi guys, my name is Danny Liu. I am the BLS director. So I'm in charge of the BLS classes that we kind of teach in association with CPR Hero. Right now, the office that we partner with has been really slow because they've had some difficulties with COVID. That's been impacting that as it's been impacting everything. So normally we did have classes during the summer, which we did have a few, but right now we're looking at winter classes. Maybe, but if it becomes too late because you guys need CPR certification to be, I think you need to get it on your first year of nursing school. If you guys need renewals or new certifications, you can take classes anywhere, not just with us. The only advantage of us is that we have a discount available for CSCF nursing students. It's like $20 off. So it comes out to be like $40 or something. But the usual you could find classes for like 50 or 60, so it's not too much. So I'll keep you guys updated if there's any classes that become available. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, guys. Oh. Well, you're gonna hear from that too. Oh. Okay. It's okay, maybe just, yeah, I'll talk through there. Hey, guys, so the current merch we have right now is the lanyards that are $3, and you can get them from me or Brittany, who is our vice president, and just can bring money into us, and then we can grab it for you or set up a date to meet up and do that. We have the older t-shirts for $10, and then another older t-shirt, which is the number 2 one, for $10, and then a license plate for $25. And we're still in the process of making new NSA merch, but every year we do a sweatshirt for sure. So there'll definitely be a sweatshirt coming later.
Okay, it's actually a little bit early. We have about 10 minutes, and I think we had like a quick, just a little Halloween icebreaker thing, just some questions. I could break you guys out, whoever is virtual. I'm gonna give you guys, put you into breakout rooms, and then I'll send you guys the questions. So our guest speaker, just to let you guys know, he is scheduled to come in about 10 minutes. So I want to give her time to get settled in because I know she's pretty busy. Okay.
Well, I was just gonna say that.
Julia, did you want me to tell them the virtual?
Yeah.
All right, so our activity today, for the people that are here, I'm gonna make you guys go with someone you've never met before and talk about what you're gonna be for Halloween.
And your plans for Halloween.
And your plans for Halloween. So skedaddle, and then the people in the breakout rooms just talk about whoever you get assigned with.
I put them all in.
Oh, you're all in one room, so just talk to everyone.
Hi.
Sorry, we're gonna exit screen shares just so we could see everyone. Okay. Okay.
Oh my God, this is so cool. Hello.
Hi. Hi, thank you for coming. Sorry about any like technical difficulties or anything.
It's okay. I'm excited.
Thank you for coming. It looks a little bit weird because I like did a hybrid meeting, so we have some people in person and we have some members who are virtual.
Oh, yay.
So first, you want to just introduce yourself, like how many, like what kind of nurse you are, how many years of experience, and it's a little.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I'm Sharon. I go by Clatcha Nurse on Instagram. I'm a travel nurse. Right now I'm stationed in California, but I'm from New Jersey. I've been doing traveling for about a year, and I have, prior to doing traveling, I only had 1 year experience in telemetry. And prior to that, I also worked as a PCT for a couple of years. So I've been in the field for a couple of years.
So we have some questions ready for you, and then we'll open it up to anyone in the audience who'd like to ask you a question. But
Okay.
first, so what, did you always want to be a travel nurse, or did it kind of just happen?
It happened during the pandemic. I was currently in the COVID unit and there was a lot of travelers there. So I got talking to them, and, it all started with how much they were making, like their flexibility, and they just started talking and explaining that. So that kind of put me in a place where I was just like, yeah, I'm not getting paid that much here. I'm not, I felt a little burnt out, and I was constantly being canceled. I was per diem. So when you're per diem, you don't get paid when you get canceled and stuff. So it was affecting me financially, and I was like, I need to take the leap. But no, it was not in my plans. I never foresee that. Like I never saw that happening.
So since that was kind of spontaneous, are there, let's say, like top 3 things you wish you knew about travel nursing before you started?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Number 1 is I wish I knew about the housing situation. Simply because when I first moved to California, I ended up getting a lease, like a 6-month lease versus just getting like an Airbnb or like, a hotel room or, my own little place or something. So that is one of them. The second thing is having a financial plan, like what you're going to do with that much money that's coming in. And the third thing would have to be that traveling with cats is hard. Pets in general, like it's hard to travel with pets.
So also, since you are like a nurse influencer, what made you want to start like a nursing platform and wanted to be a nurse influencer? Because I know some people are kind of scared to delve into social media because like we don't want to get in trouble, or we don't want to accidentally share or say the wrong thing. So how did you get into that?
So it started when I was in nursing school. I had literally like 600 followers. It was public. It was just friends from school, or like high school and stuff, your regular Instagram. And I just started to share my journey, like how I was studying. I just started talking. Before I knew it, I started to get like more followers. I started to add hashtags. I just started sharing my journey, and I was just being transparent, like the truth. Like I felt like at that time there was a lot of nurses who were making it look very like aesthetics, like the stethoscopes, like everything looks so pretty and nice. And I didn't want to do that. Like I wanted to show everyone like there is an ugly side, there's 40 hours of studying, there's crying after an exam, there's like literally the real deal, the raw deal. Like I would literally cry on my story and be like, I think I failed this test and I studied like 80 hours. Like, I don't know, we're gonna see what happens. And it just started to pick up. And I feel like that's what got my platform going. And I would literally share everything. Like I would share when I was at work, when I was with PCT, I would share when I was studying. I literally broadcasted the entire thing, and my following started going up. And honestly, I never really thought I was like an influencer. I just felt like I was sharing in nursing school, and people would ask me for advice. And I was like, maybe I should start putting some tips or whatever the hell I'm doing. And that's what I did. I would just start putting it. It would be as simple as what's in my pencil case, like all these markers, all these colors. Like it was simple as my binder. Like, how do I organize my binder? Like, what do I do with my books? I rent them from Amazon versus buying them. Like, what do I do after that? So once I already worked in the hospital, and when you work at a hospital, they have policies when it comes to social media. So I was very informed in that. And the number one rule I always follow till this day, and which is why the main reasons I have not gotten in trouble is 1, I never tag the hospital. 2, I never show my badge. So that's very important. And then 3, you never name drop. You never say who you're talking about, what you're talking about. Like you never break HIPAA. So as long as you follow all of that, you're golden. Like, how do you think so many social media influencers exist at this point? Because we are all following the policies. We all know what we're doing. Like if you mess up, you're breaking HIPAA, you're tagging somebody, you're showing something, then hello, you're in trouble.
Right. I think someone had a question. Do you want to come?
Oh, sure.
That's good advice.
My name is Hope. First of all, huge fan. I was a fan before I even knew your name because like you showed. So unfortunately, I'm on nursing Insta. So it's not unfortunate, it's sad. And you showed up all the time. And I guess one question I had was, have you ever, I think you're pretty not famous, popular.
She's verified.
She's verified. She got the blue check. Has that ever caused conflicts in the workplace or with like your colleagues? Like, has it caused any like interesting conversations with your colleagues because maybe they know you from your Instagram?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, well, hi, Hope. Honestly, when I first started, no one really knew I was, back then I went by Caffeinated Sharon. So I didn't really I didn't really talk about it at work. But when it did come about, whenever I followed a coworker, something that I was really cool with, they didn't go based off what they saw there because my personality, as you know, is who I am. They met me for who I was before that. So it didn't create a conflict when I was a PCT, but it did create a conflict when I was a nurse, when I became a nurse, because I did not have the best experience as a new grad. And one of my preceptors actually found my Instagram, and I was venting about how I was being called incompetent and I wasn't doing all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. And she actually printed out my caption and gave it to the educator. The educator gave it to my manager. My manager gave it to HR. I had a meeting with HR. Everybody was there, the supervisor. It was a big deal because, so that was a big conflict. However, it all goes back to what I said about the policies. because when I sat down in that room, it's very intimidating, first of all, to sit in that room with all those superiors and stuff. You're like, oh, fuck, like, I'm gonna get like, it's a big thing. But I was very confident because I know you have to know what you're doing. You have to know, like, they asked me, they put it in front of me, like they showed me like the printed version of the caption. And I said, did I break HIPAA? No. Did I mention any names? No. Am I speaking, did I tag the hospital? No. So like I was talking to the HR directly. And as soon as she saw my confidence in the sense of me now, like, you know, I know my policies. So like, you're not going to play me, you know, like it's okay. And I said, this post was made on my day off. This is a vlog. This is like people write journals, people write in books, they write on their computers, they vent to their best friends. Everyone has a different outing to do things. So I told HR and I said, this is my form of venting. Like, I'm not, please point out what I did wrong to cause this whole meeting. So the whole thing was, they're not gonna wanna work with you if you're talking about them and this and that. And I'm just like, well, that shouldn't affect it, because at the end of the day, patient care is patient care. What I do outside of work has nothing to do with what I'm at work. When I'm at work, I'm not on my phone. I'm not doing all these things. And if I did, it was literally, I did night shifts. So it was with my coworkers as well. So it was never like, once again, we didn't break nothing happened. So I didn't get in trouble. It was more like I think they were trying to intimidate me, but it didn't work. So I think that as long as you're confident that you did not do anything wrong, there's nothing to be afraid of, especially if your coworkers feel some type of way about it. Because I have had that where coworkers talk about me or be like, oh, clutch it nurse. And I'll be like, I'm Sharon. Don't call me that at work. You know, like, I don't like that. I don't appreciate that. I'm very professional at the end of the day. So yeah, it does cause conflict, but as long as you're confident that you're not doing anything wrong, I feel like you're untouchable. Like, there's absolutely nothing they can do to come at you. Like, it comes with it. Like, I've gone to work and it's not always negative. Like, I've also had positives, you know, people come up to me and be like, are you that nurse from TikTok? Or like, are you that nurse from Instagram? Like, and I'll be like, yeah, like, hi, how are you? And they'll be like, oh my God, I love you. And I'll be like, I love you too. Like, you know, like, I don't give energy. Like, I'm not at work and I'm like, hey guys, I'm Cratchit nurse. What's up? You know, like, I don't do that. When I meet people, especially now as a traveler, like, they don't know. I never say who I am. If they know who I am, it's by coincidence or it's because they saw me or something. But other than that, like, just rock out, you know, like, you're not doing anything wrong. Like, it's 2021. Who is not on social media?
Very true, Queen.
Thanks.
Hi, also a big fan. I just had another question. So I know you're a travel nurse, and a lot of travel nurses, they sign up agencies and stuff like that. So how did you know which agency was like the best for you? And then what made you choose the one you're at right now?
Okay, so I didn't know jack nothing about traveling. However, I do, like, when I was a PCT, I made friends who were nurses who ended up being travel nurses. So what I did is it's all about connections. I always say this, it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. So as long as you know the right people. I went through a friend who was an ICU travel nurse. I reached out to her and I said, hey, I want to do traveling. Can you set me up for success? So what she did is she connected me to her agency, which was Emerald Healthcare. And she, I don't know if you guys know Nurse Mo on Instagram. Well, whatever. Anyways, she's another big one with a big platform, but her recruiter was my first recruiter that my friend recommended. So that's how I got into traveling. And did I know that it was a good agency? No, I just trusted her. It was more like I was a referral versus me doing the work. Like, I didn't look up agencies. I didn't do none of the work. I literally just went up to my friend and I said, hey, I need to do traveling. And she sent me to her recruiter, and her recruiter got the whole thing going. Like, I applied to Emerald. I got the contract like this because it was crisis assignments at that time. So I literally packed up within 3 weeks, and right now I'm with Aya Healthcare. So I'm still new, like I'm still figuring out what agencies are good, what agencies are not. But it's always good to like ask around. Like when you work in a hospital, you have other travelers. You can ask them like, oh hey, what agency you're at? Like, do you recommend it? Like, what's going on? Like, how are your rates? How are the recruiters? So it's all a matter of like networking yourself and figuring out what is best for you. And sometimes you just have to do trial and error. Like you just do it yourself and you go with an agency. And if it doesn't work out, you already know for next time, like, all right, this one I'm not gonna do. Like I'm not gonna go that way, or I'm not gonna go with that recruiter.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
You have a question? Yeah, another question.
Hi, my name's Danny. I do have a question because I do want to go into travel nursing eventually. So, how many years would you say you would need before going to travel nursing? Like, for example, like med surg or ICU. I know they're like two different kind of realms.
I would say 2 years if you do not have any like past hospital experience. Like you definitely want to feel comfortable. You definitely want to, have some flexibility and adaptability. Like you want to make sure that you'll be okay if you're into your assignment and then 4 hours later they switch it up and they send you to a different floor with a different patient. You have to be confident that you're going to be having the heaviest assignment, which could potentially, obviously, I'm sure you've heard stories. If not, like the travelers get like the shit end of the stick supposedly, but not here in Cali. Cali, everyone's nice. Like I have not experienced that. But if you go to the East Coast, God be with you, because you get the worst of the worst over there. Like I would literally be at work and stuff, and they'll be like, oh, just give it to the travelers. Like, so you have to be very knowledgeable enough to work on your own. So if you are a year in and you still don't feel confident enough where you can be on your own, I would definitely suggest staying a little bit longer. It could be 1.5 years, a year and 8 months, whatever it is, where you feel confident enough that once you go there, you're okay to be by yourself, that you're not constantly going to be going to the nurse, like, should I do this or this? How do you do this? Or like, and it's okay if you do that, because I do that too. I mean, the way I word it different, I'd be like, how do you guys do this? Because this is a new facility that I'm working for, so I want to make sure I'm doing it right, Or sometimes an NG tube, like I'm backed up. So I'm like, hey, can you help me with the NG tube in this room with this patient? So it's a matter of being confident in what you're doing and delegating and being a team player. So if you feel good, I feel you can go and fly. There's a lot of nurses out there who have 1 year of experience and they're flourishing. Even I have another coworker, never stepped foot in the hospital. And right now she is a travel nurse after 1.5 years of being a nurse, and she's doing great. Like, so it is possible if you want to be a travel nurse. When you go into, when you become a new grad and you start working, ask to be floated to different units, ask to shadow someone in different units, ask for the heavy assignments, learn something. If you see someone putting in chest tube and you have a coworker that's, hey, I'm gonna watch, is that okay? Like, I want to see what you do. Like, watch the nurse do what she's doing. Like, kind of educate yourself and get more knowledge as you go, because you don't want to just go in there and start traveling and be like, okay, I've never saw this or I never did this. And with my whole situation is I got oriented on 3 different units, and that is unlikely. Usually when you get on a unit, you orient only on 1, like that's your home on that 1, but I oriented on 3, and during COVID, all the nurses were being floated like to different units. Like, so I felt like that put me in a comfortable place. But if I did not do that, like if I was just in 1 unit, I probably would have taken a little bit longer and been like, okay, maybe I need to gain a little bit more experience to feel competent enough to be out there in the world.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So I don't know, does anyone have one last question before we take a group picture, if that's okay with you?
Yeah. Hi.
Melanie, nice to meet you. I have a really quick question. So I know travel nurses, they get paid like bank, but but then kind of like the downside of it is I know a lot of travelers are on contracts, so they're not necessarily like, they don't have all the benefits of working like full-time at a medical facility. So
Mhm.
for you, like, do you think it's more, that's like kind of worth it, like the extra pay that you get? Like, is it enough to sustain all these other things that you might like, you know what I mean? Like pros versus cons for benefits of working full-time versus doing
Oh,
something?
yeah, like, so when you go into traveling, there's agencies that actually give you health insurance, like
Oh.
vision, dental, like the full, like right now, Aya provides my health insurance and I pay them. However, you can also get your own private insurance outside and pay yourself, do like a whole year plan, or, just your own insurance and not have the agency pay for it. And with the money that you're making, you have to remember, like you're making like $3,000 a week, $5,000 a week, $10,000 a week.
Yeah, the pay
You
is
can literally work. You can work 8 months out of the year and fucking take 2 months off because you feel like it. If you're financially, smart, you work your assignment and you save your money and you set yourself up for success. You always want to be ahead of the game. So like, let's say I'm working for 3 months in Seattle, right? And I'm just like, okay, my contract ends in a month. So now is the time for me to start looking where I'm going to work next. Now is the time that I'm going to reach out to my recruiters and be like, hey, what do you have for me? I start looking, and the recruiters, like, it's like they give you like a piece of paper and they're like, this hospital, this shift, this much money, this much, like, do you want this or do you want this? And then you are the boss. You get to decide where you want to go, where you want to be. So I think it's worth it, because if you notice how many nurses have become travelers this year, a lot, because there's a lot of nurses who are overworked and underpaid. So it's a difference with when you're a staff, you have to request PTO, you have to, basically ask permission to have Christmas off or like, New Year's off or something, and yeah, you get paid when you take time off. But when you're a traveler, it's like you're the boss. Like you can take an assignment, like for example, me, like I'm only working until December 18, and then I'm taking a month off because I feel like it, like, and those are the holidays. So you're in charge of that. So you can literally work for 8 months straight and then have 5 months off. Or you can work 3 months, have 3 months off, work 3 months, have 3 months off. So I feel like it is worth it, especially because travel nursing is ginormous and there's always a need for travel nurses all over the States. So I love the flexibility. I love that I don't belong to like, the drama, unit drama, the politics. I don't belong to none of that. I just go in, do what I have to do, and goodbye. Like, bye. Like, I'm not part of that. And if you're young, the world is your oyster. Go see it. Like, go see different states, different cultures, like go enjoy life and stuff. You can travel with a spouse, you can travel with a partner, you can travel with your pets. It's doable. So I feel like it's definitely like a new turning page for everybody, especially because it's so big right now. Like it's trend, every travelers, we're all travelers. But think about it, why are we travel nurses? Because you're not getting paid what we're supposed to be getting paid. It's the luxury to just call the shots and do what we have to do. It's amazing. Like, I feel like the beauty of nursing, you can do whatever you want, like you can literally go any route you want. You can do travel nursing for a year, rack up your money, pay off your debt. There's nurses who literally pay off $80,000 of their schooling, like they pocketing everything else. Like some nurses do that. They travel with intention. They're like, I'm going to travel for 2 years and then I'll become staff. Or they can be staff, get their experience, and then they become a travel nurse. Or you can do as you please, what you want, whatever it is. Being a nurse is so much fun. You can do outpatient, inpatient, you can do surgery, you can do whatever it is. Like you can do telehealth now,
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Before we end the meeting, can I ask, like, if you're comfortable with it, everyone else in the Zoom, if you could turn on your cameras, we're gonna take a group picture. And if for those who are in person, if you guys want to get closer, if you want.
One question before.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have to get a California RN license, or how does the licensing work across states? Because I know there's a few states that do like the multi-license, but I know California is not one of them.
Oh, for sure. It's not. That shit takes forever.
Yeah.
So what happens is agencies, like your travel agencies, they usually handle that for you. They have like licensing specialists. So they submit, they have, I don't know what the hell they do, but they have a way that they can expedite it and get you emergency out of the state license or a temporary license, which is for 6 months. So if I want to go to, let's say, Texas, and that's a compact state, like they can get me a compact state license. And it'll literally last me for 6 months, which is perfect enough for the assignment time. Now for me, like California, when I first came to California, I had a temporary license for 6 months, but now I have my permanent one after a year. But the agencies help you with that, and they also reimburse you. So like you don't like, yeah, so you don't come out of pocket, like you don't have to pay for that.
Yeah, because they're expensive.
Right. So they literally pay for that. They pay for you to get your license and everything, which is phenomenal. Like I have a license in Washington, New Jersey, and California. I don't have a compact license yet, but if I wanted to, I can just simply ask my agency to get it for me. They get it started. I do the submissions. I submit my transcripts. I submit whatever the hell they need, my fingerprints, drug tests, whatever the case may be. And yeah, like they really, if you're with a good agency, they really do facilitate that for you.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Okay. We're gonna take a picture.
Yeah.
So
If you're in the back,
Jason-
want me to do it?
yeah, Jason can take a screenshot.
You guys don't have no more questions, right?
I don't think so.
We're just gonna take a quick picture.
Okay.
Okay, everyone smile.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yay, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks
Have a
for
great
coming.
semester.
Oh, you're so busy, so thank you so much.
Bye.
Oh, thank you, Sharon. Okay, and for those watching this meeting on YouTube, the meeting code is spooky31, so SPOOKY 31, and you can email a screenshot of you watching the meeting to our membership director, Hannah. And then also I need a picture of in person, so thank you. And oh, she's coming back. Hold on. And for those of you who are interested for our next meeting is going to be tentative November 29th at the same time. I think 4 to 5 works best for most people, just because I know a lot of people finish class before then. So we'll keep you guys updated, and especially with other events that we have coming up. So don't forget about next Monday's Cards for Kids. There's free boba if you're the first 20. You get hours for that. And then our park social this weekend at Hillcrest Park. Make sure to dress up and everything. So thanks, guys.
All right, I'm gonna take a quick in-person picture.